Mr. Hughes. At the fair. State versus Anthony Hancock.
Mr. Hancock was here a moment ago, at which time he notified me that he would be having retained private counsel, and that counsel would be appearing. I'll go out in the hallway as soon as I can get back to you.
I received no interim appearance from this estimate.
He was on the calendar last month, I think, and was not here, but I think his notice had gone to the
Mr.
jail.
Mr. Hancock?
Oh, Mr. Hancock. The case is on the trial calendar. It's ready to go?
Yes, sir. I do believe so. And I've actually hired a private attorney. That's why I was in the hallway. He was running a little late.
Oh, who is that?
Darnell Holiday.
Okay, we'll wait for him to.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And I think we got your announcement on Jackson Vaughn, Mr. Martin. State versus Matthew Randolph.
Matthew Randolph? No, I've had no contact with Mr. Randolph.
Not that you know where you get the hell without bond. Mr. Holliday, you will be representing Mr. Hancock, is that correct? Well, come up, sir. I'm having a hard time hearing you.
Sorry.
Matter of fact, I just got hired. I'm not asking for a continuance, but if the court case were to go to trial, I'm asking if the court will allow me to have trial in the second week on the 10th.
I'll take that under consideration, okay, and try to accommodate you at all possible. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Mr. Holliday, y'all are excused. We put all these cases on a day's notice, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
And since we're staggering the time after the completion of the day, I get with my staff and we'll prepare a list, okay? Thank you.
Your Honor, one of my witnesses is unavailable this afternoon.
Tell me about that.
It's investigator Brittany Heffelfinger.
I'm not familiar with her. What was her unavailability due to?
I just have that she filed leave and is on our leave list. They don't give a reason for it.
Is what was her role alleged in the case? Do you know that?
So she's the investigator that worked there.
Oh, it wasn't Investigator Niels? No, okay, this is not a catch a predator.
Not in this case. It's not. This involves a real child. But there was an investigator, and that investigator's unavailable this afternoon.
Those are always requests, okay? And I'm gonna tell you, when we was posing case and Officer Kurz, I regret continuing that case. I don't think that was Officer Kurz's reason for leave was not, in my opinion, acceptable for continuing the trial. So I treat these leaves as requests, and I try to accommodate them all, but sometimes cases are serious, they've been around a long time, and we can't accommodate them. Let me see this file here. Okay, Mr. Bunker, have you provided Mr. Holliday with everything in your file?
Your Honor, I just gave Mr. Holliday my card and told him that after court today, I will copy everything in our file and have it ready for him.
Mr. Hancock, do you have access to the clerk's file online? I mean, Mr. Holiday.
No, I don't. I will gladly,
Why don't you, why don't you take this file right here and look at it, this clerk's file right here, okay? And just, once you have a seat, if you need any copies out of it, let us know, we'll make you copies. And, so you'll have everything that there is. And the next case on the calendar is James Posey. Is that case still ready, is that case ready to go?
Is that Posey, Your Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Carlos is here.
Okay. State, ready?
Yes, he's ready.
Okay.
left words of proposed this morning, I have not seen no changes in alcohol.
Mr. Posey's not here?
He's not in the courtroom.
Okay, if he doesn't appear by the end of the calendar, I've got another one at 2:30, we'll issue an ORA. You what? Okay, but I'll put that case ready to go on the trial calendar. Regarding the State versus Christopher Wilson. Who is that witness?
I believe it's investigator Tony Yarborough. Yes, Yarborough.
Okay, we'll see what we can do to accommodate all the parties in both these serious cases. Okay, so we won't issue ORA, we'll just put it on the ready list, is that right? Okay. I anticipate that case may be first out. Okay, but we'll follow up with an email, okay? We pick a jury next door. And then we, further direction, we may come back here, we don't, we just play it by ear. I think, Judge Weather's calendar is next week, I don't think she has anything that's gonna go out. Is Colston here today to try a case for her?
I think it might have been complete. I think I heard it later.
Stars.
And then the last case on the 1:30 calendar, State versus Antonio Hudson.
Your Honor, Ms. Brown filed an emergency leave notice. She did have to email me back. She's still, I don't know what's up, but I'm gonna have one more, I have a meeting with my boss and I'm really going to tell him.
Has she contacted her? You know, some circuits, attorneys will contact, hired attorneys will contact the ADAs about calendar matters, but, so maybe she's used to that.
I just got the filing.
Oh, she got a filing?
I got the filing of the emergency leave and then
Is
a
that-
few days later, I had sent her an email a few weeks back and she responded.
Okay. Is Antonio Hudson in the courtroom that you serve? Hold just a second, let's see if we can get a copy of that. Oh, you got a copy? Okay. Have a seat, Mr. Hudson, we'll come back to your case. Okay. Anybody, I think we had a couple pleas announced. Brent Hughes? Sir. Running down what?
The question is whether or not you bonded out on these misdemeanors before or after he served 14 months in the Department of Corrections.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay, so I think, no, there weren't any other pleas announced on this 1:30 calendar, I don't think. Okay, I'll step out and let you do that. Okay, Shannon.
You can hang out with me. No, it's all right. I'll give you a call.
Come on.
I'm sorry.
Let's go.
You got a file on that? Okay. Richard Garcia is before the court for the entry of the plea of guilty to a charge of exploitation or intimidation of an elder related to events occurring on or about August 11, 2020, and involving Angelina Garcia. Will you please swear in Mr. Garcia? Mr. Garcia, are you able to hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Are you now under the influence of any alcohol, drugs, narcotics, or pills of any nature?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand the charge in this case as I just stated?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that upon your plea of guilty to this charge, you could be in prison for as many as 20 years?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that even though the district attorney's office is gonna make a recommendation for your sentence, the one that your attorney talked to you about, I don't have to accept it, but if I don't, I'll let you withdraw your guilty plea. Do you understand that?
I understand.
Has the district attorney's office, your attorney, or anyone else made any threats or promises to you to make you plead guilty in this case?
Yes, sir.
I see that J.J. Cypher is your attorney at law. Have you had time to speak to her and to discuss your case with her?
Yes, sir.
Are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, sir.
I'll inform you there is a statute of limitation of 4 years for a felony conviction in which to file a habeas corpus petition. I'll also tell you that you have 30 days after the entry of an adjudication of guilt in which to file a notice of appeal, and until the end of the term of court in which to file a motion to withdraw guilty plea. Do you hold a weapons carry permit?
No.
As a defendant in a criminal proceeding, you're entitled to certain rights under our laws and constitutions. You give those rights up when you enter a plea of guilty, though, so I want to review them with you at this time. You have the right to a trial by jury, and you cannot be compelled to give evidence against yourself. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that you have the right to subpoena witnesses to testify on your behalf?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that you have the right to testify on your own behalf?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that you have the right to confront and cross-examine witnesses and testify against you?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that you're presumed to be innocent and you're proven guilty?
Yes, sir.
And you understand that when you enter a plea of guilty like you're doing now, you waive and give up these rights?
Yes, sir.
Have you had an opportunity to review and do you understand the terms and conditions of probation?
I have.
Have you plead to the charge, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Have these questions been read and explained to you?
Yes, sir.
And are you satisfied with the services of your attorney as rendered on your behalf?
I am.
And are you entering your plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
I'll find that Mr. Garcia has been fully advised of his rights to charge against him and the maximum punishment for the offense. I further find that he has fully understood and responded to the questions I asked and has freely and voluntarily entered his plea of guilty without any influence, compulsion, or duress, and without the promise of leniency or acceptance. At this time, I'll hear from the state as to the possible basis for the charge of the negotiated sentence.
On or about August 12th, 2020.
I don't see the judge.
Yeah, you will. We gotta get this out. Did you talk to Ms. Johnson earlier and said you're gonna enter a plea of guilty on
What
this?
is pushing?
The dark-headed lady at the,
Yeah, I seen her body.
that's Emily Johnson. She's a prosecutor.
Oh, that's the DA.
That's the assistant DA. And she, did y'all talk about your case and you decided to accept her offer to plead guilty?
I mean, to a certain extent. I said I would take 3 years probation.
Well, I mean, whatever y'all decided, she's obviously taking it.
Okay.
Because she told me to come out here to get you to sign this paperwork, so the judge calls your case.
Okay, yes, she asked me something about, daily report, which I graduated in 2015 for that, and I told her I already graduated for that, and I'm willing to do probation.
All right, if that's what y'all decided on, that's why she's got this bill out.
Okay, cool, yeah.
Let me get you to sign all that.
Okay, sign here.
Yes, the judge will ask all these questions.
Okay,
Are you ready for it?
okay,
And you got another one right there.
okay.
Well, there, I just told her I was here now, so I think you crossed it out. Right, well, I had to walk over there.
One more up here.
I was already. You guys will probably first get it.
All right, thank you. Okay.
On his, there are any issue of him yet or not?
Thank you.
He must enroll, participate, and attend therapy, and he must seek to maintain part-time employment. He also must provide verification, evaluation, and treatment for mental health, substance abuse, and anger management. He's to send some palm report that they did St. Chicago Frequency or RSAT. He's to have no violent contact with Angelina Garcia, and he must pay restitution in amount to be determined.
No daily report, just probation.
Ms. Langston, is that your understanding of the sentence we recommended? Do you plan on accepting?
We would like the court to accept it, as Ms. Mayo stated, he did serve 6 months and 13 months. So, it's my
Was mental health court ever a consideration?
Well, Your Honor heard, I filed a motion to reduce the bond for bond reduction, and Your Honor heard from the victim as well as the state, and one of his special conditions, or one of the conditions of his bond was to report it to the Highland Rivers and receive a mental evaluation and follow any treatment as recommended, which he did, and he saw psychiatrists at Highland Rivers, and after just a little bit, they discharged him. There was no prescription or extended plan of care or treatment. So, in speaking with Ms. Mayo, I agree that
This court is for my drug charges a year ago.
it was a good idea for him, perhaps, to have another evaluation where he seems to be in place, and that's something to on to. I don't know if they're all
Turn the phone off until you're done.
Okay.
Okay, turn it on, what, turn it off.
Okay. I gotta do it like this.
Are you recording in here, or?
No. I was talking to my mom.
Okay.
She's worried about what's going on. I'm trying to tell.
You can't talk to her in here, okay? Nobody can mail